All right, guys. Yeah, this isn't supposed to be a clickbaity title. I think the title is appropriate. Is Capitalism the Rocky Spirit? As everyone knows, recently Sylvester Stallone held the inaugural Rocky Day in Philadelphia, and it was a great opportunity for many fans of the Rocky franchise to come and join Sly in celebrating the Rocky films. The 50th anniversary is coming up very soon in 2026 of the release of Rocky. It's great. I mean, Philadelphia has welcomed Rocky in as a character and Sly as an actor. Unfortunately, this event was marred by a few things. Now, I'm just going to say a couple things, and I think it's important for me to say this, and I know people are going to disagree with me, and I know there's people in the Rocky camp that host other shows or do things within the Rocky world that might disagree with me. The question I'm posing is capitalism the Rocky spirit? We are shown things that occurred for the Rocky Day. The casual viewer would just say, hey, it went without a hitch, right? Sly showed up, rainy day and all. Hundreds of people were there, huge turnout. Sly gave an incredible speech. Crowd cheered. People got their picture taken with Sly at the statue. What a wonderful time. But what marred this experience for the not so casual fans is that what we saw on the surface wasn't really what was going behind the scenes. And I think how this kind of ruins it for me is a little bit, mars it a little bit for me. It's despite that, yes, this happened, capitalism was the driving force. And that I understand it's a business, and I understand Hollywood's a business, and I understand Sly is a business. We all have a business to run, so to speak, a job to do, and that's okay. We have a job, we have bills to pay, and some of our bills are $1 million mansions, and some of them is just a mortgage back in Canada. So we all have a job to do, and I understand that. There's no shame in that. But what I don't really like is the smoke and mirror stuff. I don't know if I like that so much. Long story short, with the Sly Shop, everyone that won the contest were people that were close to the Sly Stallone shop and had things to promote, or they were huge supporters of the shop. Now, again, that's fine that if that happened, that's put this way, that's fine if that happened if there's no contest. The problem is that the contest, so John Q. Public, people like me, my co-host Dom, who actually, entered the contest, they were under the impression that they had just as much a shot to win that picture with Sly as Joe Blow in Montana or Franny in California. But everyone that won the contest or had access to Sly were people that were close to the shop. Do what you want with that information, or people that were huge supporters of the shop, tag Sly, tag the shop in their social media all the time. And yeah, so again, I get why they were picked, but that's not what the public thought when they entered the contest. It should have been one or the other. The people were hoodwinked. And the hoodwink kind of continues, folks. You're saying, well, Ryan, who cares? Well, I guess it kind of bugs me that people are under the impression with the Rocky spirit of the 1,000,000 to 1 shot. There wasn't even 1,000,000 to 1 shot. It was 1,000,000,000 to 1, right? Because there was no chance. If you didn't know Sly, you didn't know Agent Nick, who runs the Sly Shop. If you didn't know these people, you didn't have any connection, you weren't going to meet Sly that day, okay? Now, you all probably have seen that video, that great little fun, oh, what a cute, fun, out of the blue video. The kid who comes up and he's such a huge Rocky fan that he knows the Rocky speech from Rocky Balboa. It's so adorable. And yeah, you know what? It worked because it's clickbait. I had numerous people send me the link, like, Ryan, you got to check this out. But I knew the moment I saw it was a plant. And I guess that kind of bugs me because instead of like a real fan of Rocky who was raised on the Rocky films and truly knew it, you knew that kid was an actor and you knew that he had memorized the lines for this performance. And yes, guys, it's a performance. Let's just show those who maybe didn't see this. A random kid who just happened to have access to Sly, never saw this coming. Let's just check this out.
Sunshine and rainbow. It's a very mean and nasty place. And I don't care how tough you are. It will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. Me, you, or nobody can end his artist's life.
So first, did you notice the camera change? Okay, this wasn't some parent like, oh, my little Timmy gets to meet Sly and Rocky and perform this for him out of the blue. This is amazing. Sly is just meeting the general public, and my kid got to the front of the line and got to meet Sly. Okay, well, we have more than one camera filming this. That's clue number one.
But it ain't about hard to hit. It's about hard to get hit. And keep moving forward. How much you get take? And keep moving forward.
Third camera shot.
And if you know what you want,
See, the kid keeps doing the lines because he's memorized this line. He's memorized the speech. And so part of him, even though Sly kind of gives him a hug and, you little rascal, you little kid, the kid keeps going because he's programmed by his parents to keep doing the speech. This is the performance. This is to get him noticed because people are going to Google, who is this kid? There's a reason why they want to Google this. There's a reason why the parents would want you to Google this.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit. Not pointing fingers at people saying you ain't where you want to be. Because they him, her, or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're fired now.
See, it's too much too. Like he's yelling the lines. It's like, okay, like it's too performative. It's not natural. This isn't a real fan of the franchise. This is somebody performing to Sly and for the camera, which for me takes away from the Rocky spirit, from the true fans.
What's up, Rocco?
What's up, Rocco? Yeah, that's just a real life fan who was raised on the films at a young age saying, what's up, Rocco, and gives him a hug. This is planted, this is planned, this is expected. Okay. Ro knows. There you go. Now, that's important. Ro knows. Well, Ro does know. Who else does Ro know? Well, he knows. Oh, look at this. Who else does he know? Just a few months ago, about a year ago, I should say, this happened. Ro happens to walk into another store in Florida. Just happen. Like this kid gets around. What a lucky kid. Cameras following him in. This is the Hollywood Hogan, Florida, whatever shop. Just, just a big Hulk Hogan fan just happens to be walking around in Florida, and they're just going to happen to walk into the shop for Hogan. What are the odds? Oh, just come on. Oh, cameras are already on him? That's weird. Hogan's in the middle of a conversation. Clear the way, folks. Clear the way. Ro's coming through.
Ro knows, brother.
Ro knows, brother. See, Hogan already knew he was coming. Okay. Now, I almost don't want to even play this, but yeah, watch this. Another performative act here by this kid.
Let me tell
you something, brother. When you walk in this beat shop, I'm surprised that you still got the shirt on, Jack.
Let me tell you something, Hulkster. The first time I met you, I was only 3 years old.
All right. He does this whole thing and then tears off his shirt. You can watch it on his site. Now, you're like, Ryan, why are you taking the mick out of this situation? The reason why is because Sly does the same tactic. I guess I don't say embarrassing, but it's a little bit of embarrassing. Like, Sly, you don't need this. You don't need this clickbait. But the news outlets picked up on this right away. This kid comes out, and ABC News and Fox News and all these channels, and enough that, again, people send me the links to this kid. Isn't it so cute and adorable, the passion this kid has for Rocky? Well, no, it's acting. It's acting. The Winners was an act. Everything's an act. Everything's a stage. Should I be surprised? It's Hollywood. Life's a stage. Yeah, so I don't know. Does capitalism ruin the Rocky spirit, the Rocky Day a little bit? A little bit. A little bit. In a perfect world, what I would have wanted, what I had thought was going to happen is Sly announces, you know what? I'm coming to Philly. And there's people out there who have supported me for decades and decades and decades who don't have connections. The Charlies of the world from the Willy Wonka story. The Charlies. Who's going to get that golden ticket? Not the people connected to the chocolate factory, right? People that weren't connected to Willy Wonka. These are people that truly wanted to see Sly. And they entered the contest by I would assume, who knows how many. So what are the odds that all the winners were this tight-knit circle of a tight-knit circle of people that I even knew. 3 of the winners, I personally know who they are. How's that possible? How is it that I don't really know them? We follow each other on social media. So again, congratulations to the winners. I'm glad you got an opportunity to meet Sly for the first, second, or third time. Congratulations to Ro Knows Wrestling. That's his name on Instagram. And he's got a shop. You could buy his stuff. And he's actually has connections with Hogan. And guess who follows each other on Instagram? Agent Nick and the Sly Stallone shop. Follow Ro Knows. There's your connection, folks. It's all connected. It's all a stage. It's all an act. And it's capitalism. And it's fair. That's what capitalism is. It's fair. It's supply and demand. It's just unfortunate the public were led to believe this was all just a natural occurrence. The boy coming in was a natural occurrence. The draw was all fair and everyone had a chance to win. It's just not the case. Anyways, I love Rocky. And people ask me, Ryan, do you think Sly knows all this? What do you think?